Stephanie, so far we've looked at the numbers, we've looked at the city's image, problems in local schools, and the struggle to keep millennials here in Montgomery.
And now, while Strange definitely has lots of experience, there are some pretty big questions hanging over this decision.
Yeah, Daryl, 1 year ago today, that massive fire broke out here in Tallahassee. And if you look out here now, you can see that the flames are long gone, but officials are hoping to get some new information for the investigation.
Well, Daryl Hood, I'm standing out in the rotunda waiting about to be Governor Kay Ivey to walk into the old Senate chamber so that she can be sworn in as the 54th governor of the state. She'll be coming here in just a minute. In fact, here she is walking up right now. We've seen lots of folks in the room, lots of lawmakers, lots of local dignitaries as well. Montgomery Mayor Todd Strange is here as well. Here she's coming in with her entire staff, getting ready to be sworn in as governor. Literally just walking in the room, meeting with a crowd of applause as she's entering. It's another beautiful day on Lake Martin, and that means plenty of people out on the water.
Having a great time on the lake. Like to come and just hang out with friends and family, enjoy the weather.
That also means a great year for businesses like Russell Marina. The shop had a record year for new and pre-owned boat sales.
I would say it's probably the busiest I've ever seen it. A lot of people coming in, a lot of people expecting it maybe to be the last time they get out on the lake. We've seen more traffic, a lot of people having fun. The weather's been great.
This year, the lake could stay at summer levels for the entire month of September. And if the weather holds out anything like it is today, it's going to feel fantastic. Up until this year, Alabama Power would start lowering the level for the winter at the start of September. But new regulations mean the water can stay higher throughout the fall.
We're definitely planning to come, hopefully again next weekend. The weather gets better in September than it was in August, so it's great for all of us that have boats to be out on here enjoying it.
We open 7 days a week up until the end of September, so we'll be expected. We'll be here on the weekends waiting for people.
It's another record year, not only because of water levels and boat sales, but safety on the water has been at an all-time high. Even though state troopers are still operating with a shortage of officers, it's been a good year.
So far this summer on Lake Martin, we've had very few accidents. The only major boat-to-boat collision we had was early on. It was two personal watercraft collided with one another, which did cause a couple of injuries.
It was a day to pay respect and honor with patriotism and pride as the River Region came to say thank you to its veterans. The parade started at the Capitol and made its way down Dexter Avenue to the fountain. Each branch of the military represented and honored those currently serving and those who've served long ago.
It's the least we could do to say thank you and to honor those veterans and those families that have lost ones in the many years.
For those who came to take part in the day's events, it meant a lot.
It's extremely important. Both my husband and my brother are veterans, and my husband has passed away, but my brother's still alive in another state.
And for those who wore the uniform and bravely served, it was humbling.
I think it's overkill, really. I don't feel like I did anything special, so, it's just another day, really. But we do appreciate it.
Throughout the day, people came by to get a look at the damage left over from the weekend. There's even a makeshift memorial in front of the burned tree.
This is a 100-year-old tradition, and just over the last few years we've had two incidents like this, so it may be we have to rethink what we want to do.
It's been such a tradition at the school, and for people to kind of ruin that, it's definitely a target on the back of the school and every kind of good moment that the school's had so far this year.
29-year-old Jochen Wiest was arrested for setting the tree ablaze on Saturday. He had his first appearance in court Monday. Currently, there's a $500 bond, and he is not allowed to leave the state. As to the future of the tree, horticulture professor Gary Keever says only time will tell.
All of the foliage on the tree is essentially brown, yellowed brown, and we're probably going to lose it in the next 7 to 10 days. As to whether the tree will survive or not, I think it's really too early to know that.
The university is asking fans not to roll the tree for the rest of the season. Keever says we'll probably have to wait until new growth returns in spring to know just how bad the damage actually is. Believe it or not, this is not the first time someone has set a tree on fire in Auburn after a home victory.
If you think back in 2012, after the Alabama A&M game, the paper was lit on fire. If you go back to one of the probably about 3 years before that UGA game, and the paper here that was in the College Street tree was lit on fire. So that's not new. It's detrimental to the trees. It's not as bad as the poisoning.
This small plane is carrying special cargo. Hey, baby girl! Goldie is one of 50 to 60 dogs rescued for the nonprofit Service Dogs Alabama program, thanks to another organization's generosity, Pilots and Paws.
The person that had this dog was in Tuscaloosa, and I posted, "We need a ride for Goldie," so that she can go ahead and enter our program.
And I'd never gotten a chance to work with Alabama Service Dogs, so I was very excited. I said, I'll do it. And it gave us a chance just to do a short flight today. We didn't have anything going on today, and I said, oh, please, 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 we want to do it.
Now, right after Goldie's fight, she'll first be going to the vet, and then she'll be right into training down in Florida by Tuesday.
We take them into training into a prison where we rehabilitate inmates, and then we place them with children and veterans with disabilities, and in the school system now with our pilot program in Elmore County.
She's a happy girl, isn't she? The dogs are trained to be much more than man's best friend.
We train diabetic alert dogs, we train seizure alert dogs, we train dogs for children with autism, we train dogs for PTSD for veterans. I'm a happy girl, that's for sure.
And even with a 50% chance of Goldie making it all the way through training,
we have a 100% adoption rate. So they're all adopted out, and some of the dogs go to families who need them just as much as the families who have children with disabilities. So it's always a happy ending.
In Montgomery, Sarah Canty, Alabama News Network.